Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of the This Is Gonna Hurt podcast with Jay Gordon Duncan. And if you're wondering why the J, the answer is, I'm not a bagpipe player. And if that joke doesn't make any sense, I encourage you to check out episode 0, where I explain that joke, as well as the purpose of the This Is Gonna Hurt podcast, where we talk about faith, family, fitness, finances, and sometimes fun. Hello, friends, and welcome back to another episode of the This Is Gonna Hurt podcast. Thanks so much. My name's Gordon Duncan, and please be patient with my voice. I think in last week's episode, which I recorded in the basement, you heard a little bit of it coming in, but I'm telling you what, it's been 3 straight days, and this is the best my voice has sounded. I definitely wore it out. I had seminars yesterday, which I'm going to tell you about, and the day before. But as always, guys, I start every episode by saying thank you. I appreciate you listening, appreciate you liking, commenting, and I appreciate everything you guys are doing. 5 years. This is episode 452, I think. But thank you so much. It's great to be back in the studio, and Shane Dale's behind the camera, making sure I look and sound better than I actually do. But it's good to be here. So listen, I want to tell you a little bit about the seminar I held yesterday, and then I want to talk about that model for growing your business. I was really fortunate yesterday. We held a big seminar here in Fredericksburg at Bond Mortgage Lending downtown, and it was focused on marketing help for anybody serving in the real estate industry. So it could be realtors, mortgage brokers, insurance, you name it. And it was called From Listing to Leads. And it was 3 hours of just pure marketing content, just wanted to give. And so Nick at Bond Mortgage was fantastic. He gave us that space, and he sponsored it, and we had food in from Italian Station. And it just went for 3 hours. Again, really tough on my voice, but it was a great time. And we spent the first hour focusing on mindset for marketing, which is incredibly important. Spent the second hour talking about targeting ideal clients, which is one of my favorite topics. And the third was about content creation. How in the world we're going to create all this content. And wonderfully, between in-person and online, I think we had 44 different people participate, which for me was a lot of fun. We had questions coming from the crowd. We had questions coming from online on Zoom. And then we had some games, Two Truths and a Lie, which is my favorite game, where I just tell stories about myself. And it was a really, really nice time. We even went downtown afterwards for another 2 hours and just hung out and kept talking. Crowd went down there. And so I wanted to explain a little bit about why we at Capitalize do these seminars, but I also want to share with you how they can be an opportunity for you to grow your business. One of the things that was decided early on about Capitalize Marketing is that we would be a teaching company, an educational-based company, that we wanted people to get value from interacting with us, whether or not we did business with them. Because there's a million marketing companies out there, and they're glad to have your business, and I'd be glad to have your business. But I wanted us to have a benefit to anybody we bumped into, that we would serve, we would teach, and we would educate. We want folks to say, I'm very thankful that Gordon and Capitalize Marketing is here. Ultimately, we know that'll turn into clients, but first and initially, we want to serve the community, serve online by educating. And so that's what a lot of what yesterday was. I would say that 95% of those 3 hours was just giving, educating, Q&As. Absolutely loved it. At the very end, of course, I did share about our Capitalize Your Best program and made an offer to them that was special just for them showing up. But that wasn't what the seminar was about. They weren't there as a bait and switch. They weren't told they were going to get marketing content and then got pitched to the whole time. It wasn't a giant pitch fest at the end or at the end of each hour. But I did have an opportunity to say, guys, if you like this, this is a lot of what we do in the Capitalize Your Best program. Now, the fun for me is that everybody who's registered for the seminar then gets an appointment link for me, and we'll set up a one-on-one. And I'll share with them the recordings of the seminar, and we'll do a deep dive on some topic to try to make an immediate impact in their lives and their business. And then, of course, that will be an opportunity for me to follow up with folks, tell them more about our services at Capitalize, and ultimately, yes, I do want to get new clients out of it. But the success of the event was that we got people there, and we educated, and we shared, and people walked away saying thank you, and that they appreciated it a lot. You know, a fun moment, I was just at a restaurant with a lunch, and a buddy of mine, Danny, from one of my networking groups was there, And Danny said, "Hey, Gordon, do you know these two people?" And they turned around. I'm like, "No, nice to meet you." And they said, "Oh, our team watched your seminar yesterday." So that was a lot of fun. I knew that there were a couple of real estate brokerages in the area that watched the seminar from home, from their office, and so I didn't even know these real estate brokers, I mean, these real estate agents, but they watched the seminar yesterday, which was really cool. I'm glad to know we could make an impact. It's really what we wanted to do, and I believe we're just going to recreate the seminar and do it in Richmond in another month and just try to take care of that community down there. And again, we'll launch it online. So, what I'd like to talk to you about is how things like seminars can be beneficial for you and your business. Ever since we started, they have been. We began by doing what's called brown bag lunches, which is when we grabbed the office at the Chamber of Commerce and we told folks, bring your own lunch, but for an hour we'll answer any marketing questions you have. And so we just sat there and answered questions for an hour. It was a seminar type environment, sort of a Q&A, but we initially wanted to start. I mean, it's one of the very first things we did. Like, just come, ask questions, we will help you. And if we can't help you, we'll find someone that can. And so it began to engender goodwill, but also establish us as experts in the field. We did do our first in-person seminar about 3 years ago. It's called Finding Your Fit in the Fredericksburg Marketplace, and that went really well. We had 20 or so people there. Those were put on halt because of COVID. We did a couple of John Maxwell leadership seminars that were in person. Those were fun. We did 2 of those. And this is the first one, this most recent one, that was both in person and launched online. Made such a huge difference. It grew the audience. We went up, like I said, 44 people there. Now, we also have done private seminars in our Facebook group. I encourage everyone to have a private Facebook group that's specific to them. And so we have the Capitalize Your Best group. If you are on Facebook, just look for Capitalize Your Best in groups. Ask to join the group. You have to answer 3 questions and then come on in. It's its own community. It's got its own ecosphere, its own personality. And I began doing seminars in there, where monthly I would say, hey, I'm holding a seminar on this topic. Here's the Zoom link. And it would go into the Facebook group. And we did 6 or 8 of those. And again, giving, educating. But again, an opportunity to have new clients come in through that. Well, we decided something different last year. We did a Capitalize Your Best seminar. We did a 5-figure a month seminar. We've done 2 Breaking the $250,000 Barrier seminar. And then we had this first one, From Listing to Leads for the Real Estate Community. We did these a little bit different. Up until now, they've all been online, but now we've done both. But we created actual registration pages. We left Eventbrite, we left Facebook. We created our own landing pages where we explained what you could do and what you would get at the seminar. You registered. That, when you registered, that triggered an email sequence. So now we're emailing people throughout. You also have a chance to upgrade to a paid VIP, which is a bonus additional hour with a VIP who comes in and speaks, and we give bonuses to them. And then everybody would get 15 minutes of an appointment with me. And so what we did in the last seminar, the Breaking 250K, is everybody who registered got a 15-minute call with me, but if you were a VIP, you got a 30-minute call with me. And what we did yesterday, and it's going to be crazy to keep the commitment to 44 people, but I'm going to do it. Everybody's going to get a 30-minute call with me. Because what I want to do, it's not like getting a call with me is the most amazing thing in the world, but what I want to be able to do is say, hey, bring one marketing question that you have, one marketing help, and I want to make an immediate impact in your business. And then, of course, I'll get an opportunity to find out whether these folks are a target or an ideal client for us, and then I'll get a chance to share more about our services. And then ultimately out of that, we'll gain clients. Now you might say, Gordon, that's a massive, long funnel process to gain clients. If that was the only intention, I would say I agree. But remember, our intention is to give and to serve. Do we want to gain clients out of it? Of course we do. But ultimately, we are trying to establish ourselves as servers, educators in the space. And so that's important for us. We know clients will come. But for us, the key to those clients are the follow-up appointments. So when the seminar ended yesterday, everybody who registered got a link And that link was to set up an appointment with me. And so if you attended, you got a copy of the videos of the entire seminar. I give that to you when you set up your appointment. And so I get to give that benefit to them, and then we get to talk through what they need to talk about, and then I get a chance to find out whether they should move on to a full-scale sales call, and typically they do. So you might say, Gordon, I can't do all that. I don't have landing pages. I don't have email sequences. I understand that. What I encourage you towards is, if you want to use the seminar model to grow your business, first of all, decide that you're going to educate and you're going to give. Please don't tell people that you have a seminar and then ultimately the only thing you're really doing is pitching your services. It's fine to let people know you have a service, and it's fine to let people know that there's an opportunity for them. But if they come to a seminar that is themed around something like listing to leads and real estate marketing, then focus on that. Otherwise, you need to have a seminar to let people know you're basically pitching your services. You can do seminars in lots of different ways. That's the great thing about Zoom right now. You could go to Facebook, create an event, you could set a date on it, and then you give everybody who goes through that portal access to your Zoom link, and then on the day of, you just have a Zoom conference, and then that way you have people coming to your conference, or your seminar, you've got a Zoom link for them so that they can get there, and you get the email address of every single person who registered by going through either Facebook, or you can do Eventbrite if you want. The idea here is that you're giving, you're serving. It's very low technology. All you need to do is be able to do a Zoom, and then you get registration links from them. You get email links from them so that you can follow up. I recommend that you do a follow-up in some way, 15 or 30 minutes, with everyone who attends your seminar. It gives you a chance to serve, but then it gives you a chance to find out if these folks are your target ideal client. I want you to know that when you get started, there's a good chance that you may not have many people in your seminar. And if you decide we're going to use the seminar method to grow our business, you're going to have to give it at least 6 seminars. We were fortunate enough that we built up a community, we had emails, we're able to get there between 25 and 50 people in our seminars off the bat, but we did a lot of front-end work to get that. If you're deciding I have a young business and I'd like to grow my business through seminars, then you need to be prepared to do the seminars and maybe have a small crowd in there. And it's okay. I've had seminars with 3 people in there. It's totally okay. It's going to make you better at presenting what you present. But if you'll commit to it for 6 months, and you'll commit to marketing it and letting people know about it online and in various other formats, by the time you get to that 6th one, you're going to begin building a crowd, you can begin building a fan base, begin building a tribe, and even better, you can begin building some word of mouth. And I encourage you, do the hour-long, 2-hour, 3-long seminar, whichever one works best for you, and find a way to get their email addresses through the process. If nothing, at the least, use Eventbrite because they have to use their email address. Go through that process and then follow up with them so that you can have a one-on-one. And again, the one-on-one is not a hardcore sales call. It's finding out more about them. It's finding out more about how you can serve them. And then, yes, you might schedule a full-on sales call, or every now and then those will move into one. But if folks do not perceive you as a giver and an educator, they're not going to continually sign up for your seminars. So guys, that's a big overview of that. I do know that we talk about this a lot in the Capitalize Your Best program. This is one of the essential elements of our program. So when folks sign up and go through it, they learn how to do this in a deep dive. It's also something we talk about in our private Facebook group for all of our clients. So the open Facebook group is Capitalize Your Best. We have another one just for our clients. So give it a shot. Watch this video, listen to it. Give it a shot. Commit to 6 months. If you would like training on how to grow through this seminar model, reach out to me. We can talk to you about the Capitalize Your Best program, because the Capitalize Your Best program is going to use this as one of the significant keys to growing your business. It does work. It does take time. It takes effort, but it enables you to have your profile lifted in the community. You get to be a giver, an educator. Ultimately, you get leads out of it, and you cannot have sales if you don't have leads.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. You can hear my voice has gotten worse and worse as we go. So I'm going to sign off now. Thank you so much. If you want to find out more about Capitalize Your Best program, just go to capitalizeyourbest.com. If you would like to see that seminar that we had just yesterday, reach out to me. I'll set up a one-on-one with you, and then you can get access to the seminar, and we'll announce our next one coming up in the next week or two. Guys, I appreciate everything. Thank you with the likes, the comments, and the subscriptions, and I can't wait to see you again next week. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye.
How do you shorten the time it takes to buy a car? Car buying just got easier. Pohanka365.com lets you complete as much or as little of the car buying process online. Pohanka365.com. Car buying simplified. Anytime, anywhere.
Small business owners, you should be praised for wanting to grow your business. That's a good thing, and not everybody has the guts to do it. As a business owner myself, I know you've overcome obstacles that people don't even know about. Hi, my name is Gordon Duncan, the owner of Capitalize Marketing and Consulting, and I want you to know that if your business hasn't grown like you want it to, it's not your fault. If it's not COVID getting in the way, it's ridiculous things like changing social media algorithms. You're right in thinking that very few people are doing small businesses any favors right now. But Capitalize Marketing and Consulting is here to help. We've created a 90-day course that is guaranteed to grow the revenue of your business. It will give you the tools that you've been looking for, and as a certified coach, I will be with you along the way. If you would like to learn more about our program, just visit capitalizeyourbest.com and get started enjoying the success you deserve. Again, that's capitalizeyourbest.com, and I can't wait to celebrate all you accomplish.